Kia ora koutou. Welcome. It's wonderful to see you all here and for us to join together to help celebrate the launch of Kit Willett's Dying of the Light. I'm Siobhan Harvey and I was honoured to be Kit's postgraduate supervisor when Kit was working on the development and completion of this book that's now found a home with a publisher. And tonight Kit has asked me to be MC. So tonight I'm going to do a few housekeeping things just so that people know who don't know about housekeeping rules, just so I remember them all. Then I'm going to offer a launch speech. Kit has kindly invited me to give some words about the book, and then we're going to invite Kit up to read some poems from the book. Then I'll do a close, and I'll invite people to go and locate the book and purchase the book, and I know that Kit will be on hand to sign any copies that we have. So, housekeeping. I'm told that in the event of a fire, which was not in this beautiful building, that we leave by the big open doors at the back, that's with the exit sign above it. There are drinks to the right of us and the bathrooms there too. Okay, so I think I've got it all ready. So, what can I tell you? Well, I suppose first what I would like to do is I'd like to read out from my blurb that I just wrote for this book. And here's what I said. Dying of the Light is a stunning book. Part reframing of Milton's Paradise Lost, part meditation upon the creative practice and contemporary meaning found in sacred texts. This is a work that unflinchingly confronts issues of gender, faith, love, loss, and healing. Along the way, Willett's skillful, measured style of writing leaves a lasting impression upon the reader. So, I'd like now to say a lot more about the book. Oh, not too much, because I don't want to deviate from the start of the evening. We will shortly be reading some poems for us. But here's what else I would like to add tonight, now that I have the opportunity to speak about Dying of the Light at its launch. This book is a deft tapestry of inspiration and imagination. Milton's Paradise Lost is, as I mentioned in the blurb, its major publication. But this is a collection that also taps into Dylan Thomas's amazing poem, Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night. Ergo, rage against the dying of the light. And it's also a book guided by a covey of contemplative practices. Spiritual practices Willett uses to channel poems and poetry in the book include icon meditation, mandala, prayer beads with mantra, and tarot. And if any of you don't know what those are, then obviously ask Kit when you get Kit to sign your book for you, and I'm sure Kit will be able to explain. Promulgated and informed by all these influences, Dying of the Light resurrects and reevaluates contemporary Western religion, particularly Lucifer's fall from grace. Through a prologue, 5 acts and an epilogue, that's its structure, Lucifer is reformed into a figure of nurture and benevolence, nature and benediction. And along the way, the symbols of Adam and Eve are also brought into the mix, beautifully and lyrically. Beyond the sacred, what strikes me most about the book is its personal touches and insights. In poems such as A Younger Sibling Appears, which is on the poster here, and in the poem Broken, Will it navigate not just the religious, but the practicalities and intimate challenges of everyday family life? While in poems like Wild Shelter, what's also conjoined and explored is actually the creation of writing and text itself. The journey of being a writer and the journey of writing a text into the world. Collectively then, Dying of the Light announced a personal, professional, divine and recasting the ancient and the modern into a powerful yet accessible whole. Kit, I want to honour you tonight for the amazing work you are doing in supporting a new generation of readers and writers, particularly those from the queer community in your role as a teacher at Selwyn. I also want to honour you for your wonderful advocacy work on behalf of the New Zealand Society of Authors. You and Maria Gill have revitalised our Auckland branch and made it just somewhere where writers like myself want to go to and feel at home and welcome, feel part of the family. So I will have for that. Additionally, I want to honour you for your sustaining of a literary career, which, as the writers in the room will know, is never easy, and particularly your stellar editorship of the compelling literary online magazine Tarot. But tonight, Kit, most of all, I honour you for your writings, craftings, completion and publication of Dying of the Light. So Aoha, Aoha, Aoha. Now please, I invite you up to read some poems for us.
Hi all, and thanks for coming out. Thank you so much, Siobhan. I appreciate every single one of those words. It was gorgeous. Thank you. At the beginning of this book, I have a preface as well, because this was my master's thesis, which I did in 2020 with Siobhan as my supervisor. And it explains how I reframed the story, my rationale behind that, and my methods. And it explains how I used those contemplative practices that Siobhan mentioned as inspiration for poetry. So text being Paradise Lost, text as generative, as generation, as the creation of poetry. And there's a full list and explanation in there as well for you to look through and have a good time. I'm going to start with a poem from Act 1. Called Liberation 3, which you know means that there are two previous poems that are pertinent, Lest We Celebrate. And this includes bound phrases from Paradise Lost. Over an ancient city, fly past spires and bell towers, dive into a certain square. See a mounted man sentenced for open war, and horse rearing half on foot, half flying, frozen as if by shock, having borne witness to those dark coasts of destruction. And the man, arm outstretched, sullen blade raised in victorious conquest, and bright emblazonry, oh, the pride of colonial wealth, the strength of those calves on both horse and man, would they withstand a sledgehammer? I swing into those defined cheekbones and smash the marble into a snowy dusk. I swing again, tears streaming, and living sapphires appear to dance in the snow. So we're getting a bit of a perspective, a bit of Lucifer's perspective there, and the injustice that he feels in the narrative of Paradise Lost. Across the page into Act 2, we have a rare scene. A winged refugee alone. Fresh blades of desert grass wilting gently in sympathy. Dewdrops rising to kiss your eyes. Colossus shrunk, like doubt facing the starless void of an infinite future, and a deep yearning for connection. Over in, this is still in Act 2, we have a description of Eden, This is Canticle 1, The Oasis, and this is even pre-fall, and there's another poem later on, which I will not read to you, but hey, know that it's there, which is the mirror of this, Canticle 2, and that is post-fall, so you get to juxtapose that yourselves. And this is a meditation on Song of Songs. She smiles, oh, she smiles, and the world lights up anew with that graceful brilliance of the host of heaven's stars. The deer bounds between me and the oasis where she drinks, unsure which of her great thirsts she wants to quench the most. But I see her eyes, like a tigress, make her choice. The waters run a pure, clear spring with woody earthen scent, and she stops and slowly turns, but only partially. What is it that she offers me? What does she deeply see? I hear a rhythmic rapping coming from the cedar tree and wonder, should I let him in? I have nothing to fear, for on the table by the mirror sit the choicest fruits, picked for a painter, or for me for sweet devouring. And in the vineyard, tangled mess, I see beyond the growth a wild fox, a darting frenzy, losing his control, playing first among the hills where milk and honey mingle, dripping leisurely at first, and then licking his lips. With jeweled hands pressed and deepened gazing, she asks me what I need. I know she needs what I need too. She told me of the fire burning deep within her chest. She told me of the throbbing that is keeping her from sleep. The tigress though bends down to me and bows her precious head. She raises it and stands up tall and looks me in the eye. I open freely in the field of mandrake flowers. Above, I see a canopy of pomegranate trees. An arm becomes a pillow or a beckoning for closeness. That sly and cunning fox is lost among the tousled trap. He pushes head to copal tree and smells the fragrance there, and takes the fruit I gave to him and puts it to his lips. A little bit of a jump into Act 3, and this is the poem that reflects Lucifer's fall from heaven. It's called Streetlight. It is late. You can hear the cosmos wheezing, the bass rumbles of freight trains and distant traffic. The moon, like a vet or preschool teacher, laughs kindly, softly. But the moon, the stars, and the cool, crisp air know that midnight is a time for decision-making, for big life choices. You have never known a city road to feel so safe. When you have nothing to lose, when you have nowhere to go, anywhere can become home. You look longingly at a flower, crumpled and tossed, forgotten, and wonder when you will next see such delicate colours or such strong symmetry. I think your face is the bravest I have ever seen. I really admire how your suitcase makes that riddle rattle on the pavement. It makes you seem less alone. This tore you, like sourdough not kneaded enough, slowly falling apart. Were you wanted? And still you fell apart. You are falling down now. Down, down, down. And we've got another little time jump. This is Act 4, and this is the last poem that I'm going to read you tonight, which is post-fall. So we've had a lot of stuff happen. We've had a whole war in heaven happen. Really, minor details. Yes, this is a post-fall scene that is called A Mountain Landscape, and it is inspired by Vernet's A Mountain Landscape with Approaching Storm, because I love the storm and drone kind of art. The fierce wind strips the tree and leaves become dust. A family set apart from the amber hue of storm time encroaching, and a mule that smells danger. People hauling sodden nets on one knee, like digging a grave or saying evening prayers. There is a town, a tower, a mountaintop, and all become dust. A dress for dancing and hair tied up. Her arm twists as though the wind has swept all hope from her hand, and maybe she could still catch it before it leaves. The waterfall comes crashing down, it too becomes dust. The other fishes catch the eye of the woman on the rock. She worries that all they see is her child, that she is insufficient. But she is as sufficient as the leaves and the town and the waterfall. The woman and her child, the dog and the men, they become dust. The sky turns from pale peach to baby blue before following suit. The birds take wing and find nowhere to settle, and slowly, like a crawl, the world, each soul and body, turns to dust. Thank you so much.
It's never easy to write, to learn, get published a poetry collection at this far end of the universe. The very fact that Kit has not only managed to write this book and to get it published, but to get it published by a renowned publisher, Width and Stock in the US, is a huge achievement. The reading tonight was beautiful and layered and reminded me so much of the psychology that's in their work and their lyricism. So please, for Kit and Kit's achievement in this book, let's give Kit another round of applause. A reminder that books are for sale at the back, $20 I'm told, and if you don't have the cash, Kit can give you Kit's bank details and you can deposit some money there, and I know that Kit will love to chat and have give you a signed copy of this wonderful book. As Kit said, well, to me, I was out on Facebook for a time, sent me the email that I apparently appeared on Facebook. Have a drink, buy a book, and then by all means, schmooze and dance. And with that, I say, now mihi nui, everyone, go well, buy the book, and I declare this book well and truly